Hello, my name is Cody Alexander, and today I'm going to be explaining part one of my analysis paper, which is over the standard conventional deadlift. Primary purpose and history of deadlift. It's hard to pinpoint where it first got its very start, but it dates back to ancient Greece. There's movements and activities that people would do that resembled the modern deadlift. By the 1700s, there was machines and contraptions that resembled the deadlift, but it wasn't called deadlift. Herman Groener brought sport and competition and grabbed the public eye between 1910 and 1920. He really brought competition to it. It was more, people saw it like as a sport more. There's many different variations, and they're affected by grip, hand placement, stance, foot placement, such as like standard deadlift, which is what we're going to be talking about, sumo deadlift, trap bar deadlift, and wide grip deadlift. Relationship of skill to sport. It can be said it's a sport within itself. It's used in standard fitness, athletic training, strength training, and as well as competitive weightlifting. It tests pure strength and power, and it uses all parts of your body. It's a whole body movement. Legs, hips, core, arms, grip strength, shoulders, and back. It's crucial in building strength in all muscle groups. Movement phases. First is the preparatory phase. You start with your stance and grip. You want your feet about shoulder width or a little slightly hair more than shoulder width. The barbell should go horizontally across the top of your middle foot. So you just stand, put your feet right under that bar. You squat down and grip. That's the first move. And you want to keep a flat back, and you want to push your knees out against your forearms. So don't have the knees caved in, flat back, head up. There's a picture much like this right here. You see he's got the flat back, and that's the type of grip you would want. You squeeze the bar with your hands and wrap your thumbs around to your knuckles as far as you can to ensure that strong grip. It's crucial to maintain a flat back throughout the whole entire lift. One, to engage all the correct muscles, and it's for safety reasons. You don't want to. This is a easy way to hurt your back is to curve it during a deadlift, especially if you're doing something heavy. But yeah, then again, that's the prep phase. That's what you would start off as. The execution phase. So you want to make sure there's tension in your back and shoulders when you're gripping that bar, because they're about to start pulling. Knees stay pressing outward as you stand and execute. You don't want to shake your legs and have your knees pointed in. That's just injuries waiting to happen again. As you begin to pull upward, you must engage your glutes and your hamstrings, and press your hips forward through the high point of the lift. So you want to keep your weight back to keep the proper muscles engaged and keep from the forward lean. You don't want to be falling forward, or else you'll fall on your face. It should be one smooth motion. Even when the weight gets heavy, it may be slower, but you don't want sporadic movements. You just want smooth stand up, back down. And also controlling your breathing, and make sure you're breathing throughout the lift. That's a key too. As well as breathing and keeping your glutes engaged, you want to keep your core engaged. That generates power and stability and balance, and also prevents injury. You could also, if you're not squeezing all the right, curve the back, you could get a hernia or something. You want to stand and pull at the same time while rolling the hips forward, like all the way to the top. He squeezes forward and then back down, all the way to the top, and you want to pull your shoulders back when you reach the top. Straighten that spine. After the lift is executed, you go to the follow-through phase, and this, depending on how many reps, sets, and the amount of weight, can all impact the type of follow-through you have. Typically, once the hip roll is done and you've executed a rep, you exhale and release the tension in your legs, and you return back down to the starting bent over squat position. Then you would proceed to another rep or release the bar and stand up and rest. Sometimes the recovery can be a fast, jerky movement. Like, you just let the weight do it for you, take you back down to the ground, but not too fast because you could also hurt yourself. But let the weight pull you back down, and ground and legs will absorb the shock of the weights, and it might propel you into your next rep. The follow through. In some cases, there will be rubber plates instead of metal or plastic, and if those are available and you're doing some heavy weight, you may use the bail technique, which includes after you reach the top of the squeeze through in execution, you would just drop the bar at the top and then walk away. Like he's doing here. You see he's got quite a bit of weight. He stood up, executed, dropped. But this is what you would do if you weren't just dropping the bar. You see he's starting off bent over pre-phase, and then you see he starts to execute. There it's executed, recover. And then you got the classification of the skill. Maintaining erect posture, only at the completion point when you executed, your whole body is erect, but other than that, your hips and your knees are bent, so you're not fully erect, but you do want to maintain a flat back and straight spine throughout the whole movement. So, movement for exercise and fitness, it's 100% yes. It works all the main muscle groups, and you can use it for cardiovascular purposes or strength purposes. Giving motion to external objects. We are applying motion to the barbell and the weights. We are physically applying it, so it's a pull type motion. Giving motion to one's own body. No, we are not moving anywhere. We're just moving that bar up and down. Small, smooth movement. So that's not applicable. And receiving impact, we're not receiving any type of impact or anything throughout the lift, so that is as well not applicable. Simultaneous or sequential nature of motion. For the deadlift, it would be simultaneous. The nature of the deadlift is a simultaneous movement. It is a relatively short and quick movement along a straight line. There's no curve about it. It's just the bend of the hips, bend of the knees, and standing up, sitting back down, standing up, sitting back down. And that is it. Thank you.